diary slash first live performance vlog. August 7th, 4:50 a.m. I awakened from a random dream this morning. Even in slumber, I'm ADHD as fuck. I dreamt about a couple and a +1, so 3 people, who had gone through a journey of survival, war, and strandedness. After they had escaped a huge flood where they would have drowned if they were in any longer, they had an epiphany. Before all of this tragedy, they had no one. All of their friends were snakes. Their past attempted lovers were mistakes. And in the end, they were alone. Until they weren't. But here's the thing. The woman's trauma was so deep that when the man bites the bullet and goes for embrace, she freezes. She recounts sentiments of her past attempts at love as if the waters that surrounded them were floods of heartbreak and regret. She retracts, but he's persistent. No, I mean it, he states. We've survived things that we would have never thought were possible. Don't you see? We had each other. We have each other. His words shook her out of her trance as he reached for her waist and kissed her. This is where it gets ADHD as fuck. Okay? After he kisses her passionately, like The Sims 4, the dream turns white, and suddenly these characters are Peter and Lois from Family Guy. Like, imagine the screen title, the title screen at the end of the Family Guy intro. Yeah, that's what it looked like. The title in red with the family in their usual spots. Then it jumps. I'm seeing the same people in the same spot, but this time in their home kitchen. The kids are behind the median, cringing. Lois is on the floor, back down, and Peter is looking at her with a face of guilt, clenching his jaw, because this nigga dipped the back of her head into the kitchen median. OMG, Lois, I'm so sorry. That's my impression. He says, Mom, are you okay? One kid asks. Yeah, that was a nasty hit, another states. Yeah, your head went deep into that edge. It's mad cracked open. Like, you're bleeding, Brian says. I don't know how to sound like them. Lois is still on the floor, ready to accept the fact that she possibly made yet another mistake, allowing herself to fall for this man. Peter, what the hell? She groans irritably. Suddenly, the kids express how sorry they were that this happened. But since it's Christmas, they show her the gifts that they created just with extra supplies and imagination. We didn't have any money to buy you any gifts, Mom, but I was able to make you a painting. Meg shows her canvas with the word Mom painted in squiggly format, signed with the heart. And just like a TV show, it goes from the canvas to Lois's angry face, still on the floor, mind you, to big watery eyes like this emoji. Yeah, I made you a paper mache airplane. I don't know how to do Stewie. On a canvas, but instead of a picture of you, I just put myself in it, so it looks like I'm flying. And almost as sharp as the throbbing pain on the back of her skull, Lois's heart thumped through her chest, and she no longer flooded with regret, but instead with deep love and affection. Then I woke up because I forgot to set my alarm this morning. And I couldn't even remember what I was supposed to wake up for. So I checked my phone and I realized it was supposed to be for my Midas appointment, but them bitches never hit me back. And they never do that. So I feel some type of way. So now I'm thinking, do I go there? Do they accept walk-ins? Because I need my oil changed before this long ass week of Ubering, which I don't want to do. I don't want to Uber. I decide I'm gonna just call them in a few hours and ask. because they got me fucked up, which I did, by the way. It's already 7 p.m. by the time I'm reading this to you. Oh, and if you made it this far and remembered that I said it, I have no idea what happened to the +1 in the beginning of my dream. They just disappeared. I think in that dream, the couple was me and my boyfriend. I also wanted to mention the fact that as I was trying to fall back asleep and I couldn't, I thought about my little brother. He's about to be 14 or 15 now. And I heard a story from my dad this past year of him explaining how my brother, my little brother, mind you, little, so my younger brother, he made a decision to end the relationship with his girlfriend because he had an issue with her talking to an ex. And it never sat with him. It just didn't sit with him the right way. So he decided to end it. And it just made me think, it's like, that's such a mature decision, you know? At that age, I broke up with the boy because I was bored. That's the type of time I was on. I broke up because I was bored. Also because he kind of had anger issues, but I think for the most part I was over it. And I don't know, it's little stuff like that that kind of inspires me, and I'm proud of my little brother for making that decision. If you're hearing this, if you're watching this, Jay, I'm really proud of you. And I hope you continue to make decisions like that as you get older, because you shouldn't settle for stuff like that. Things that make you uncomfortable. Things that make you feel like you're an ultimatum. Things that put you in a corner. Make you feel backed into a corner. You shouldn't allow someone to have that power over you. If it's not out of love, at least. Anyway, yeah. That's all.